How cool is Mark Boone Jr.? I'm a badass. Not at all, man. I'm the nicest guy you'll ever meet, unless you do something. The biker gang broke up in 2014, but their real stories were just getting started. On OnlyFans, one star makes a lot of money. Her young son changes the text. Someone else's young son killed himself and they became a Buddhist. The show's biggest star turned down parts at Marvel to make documentaries about crime. Some are worth a lot of money, some people lost everything. They played criminals for 7 years, but in real life, things got stranger than any writer could have imagined. John Charlie Hunnam. After the 2014 end of Sons of Anarchy, Charlie Hunnam didn't slow down. He went right into pictures, some big ones and some not-so-great ones. The Gentleman, a crime comedy that came out in 2023, was one of the biggest. It made $115 million around the world. His role was to be Matthew McConaughey's right-hand man. That part didn't just happen. Richard Hunnam and Guy Ritchie had worked together before on King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, 2017. The movie itself did not do well. The movie cost $175 million to make but only made $148 million, but the star and director stayed close. Charlie said that Hunnam's offer to work on The Gentleman was something he was proud of after almost 20 years in the business, but not everything worked out. The first show he tried was a jail drama called Papillon in 2017. The second was A Million Little Pieces in 2018. The third was Shantaram on Apple TV Plus in 2022. Neither the public nor the reviewers really liked any of them. He kept going though. He got a part in Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon in 2023. Snyder first gave him a smaller part, but Hunnam pitched himself as Kai, a brave mercenary pilot, and got the job. The first movie came out in December 2023, and the sequel. And one came out in April 2024. Charlie is back on TV in 2025. He plays the lead role in Criminal on Amazon Prime Video, which is based on a famous graphic novel. He is both the star of the show and the show's chief producer. He plays the master thief Leo Patterson. That's something new for him. He talks more about mental health when he's not on TV, the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and he joined the Talk Away the Dark program in May. He said that playing different parts in films helped him understand how people feel. Now he wants to use his fame to help other people. Ghoshal. After leaving Sons of Anarchy, Katie Seagal's life has taken many turns, but she's done each one with style. She was already well known when she played Gemma Teller Morrow. In the 1990s, she played Peggy Bundy, who had been single for 11 years and had kids. She became famous for that part, but it also put her in comedic roles. Sons of Anarchy made her come out. The part earned her a Golden Globe in 2011 and showed that she could also play serious roles. While the show was over in 2014, she didn't slow down. Her husband, Kurt Sutter, made the show The Bastard Executioner, and she joined the group in 2015. From 2017 to 2018, she played Dr. Ingrid Jones on Shameless, which was a big change for her. She got a part on The Connors in 2018 as Louise, a singer and Dan Connor's new love interest. She stayed on the show for years and showed a softer, funnier side. But something new came in 2023. For the first time in decades, she went back on stage. The name of the show was The Gospel According to Heather. Paul Gordon wrote it. He was the one who booked one of her first music gigs when she was just starting out. She said it felt like going back to the beginning. She loved music all her life. She was a backup singer for artists like Bob Dylan, Etta James, and Bette Midler before she became an actress. In 1994, she even put out a record by herself, and she wrote songs for Sons of Anarchy. But her singing dreams were almost dashed. She began drinking and using drugs when she was 15 to dull the pain of her feelings. A podcast she did in March 2025 said she lost her early singing career because of drug use. She has been clean for a long time, but she only recently started telling everyone about it. She said she wants people to face their thoughts instead of running away from them. Mr. Ron Perlman. It didn't take Ron Perlman long to move on after Sons of Anarchy. He didn't go away or get stuck playing the same kind of biker in films. He instead pushed forward with even more drive. By 2025, Perlman was the lead in the gritty neo-noir film Joe Baby, in which he played a violent debt collector who gets caught up in a $10 million real estate heist. On May 2, 2024, the film had its world premiere at the Beverly Hills Film Festival. It was directed by Stephen Brand. The movie, which was based on a book by Drew Fine, stars Harvey Keitel and Dyken Lockman. Some critics said that Perlman's performance was thrilling. He used the same amount of power, but this time, it hurt more. This was also the year that Perlman started his own movie company called Wing and a Prayer Pictures. In order to make up to 3 films a year, each with a budget of $3 million to $10 million, he teamed up with investors Josh and Randy Crook. It wasn't just a money play, though. His goal was to give artists he believed in a place to live, a bunch of directors and writers who didn't fit in with Hollywood. I want to make a spot where artists can do their best work, he said. Make beautiful films. If the project needed it, Perlman was ready to create or even direct. He also didn't quit doing speech work. Fans could still hear his unique growl in the Fallout games, where he has worked since 1997. His voice was heard in Transformers, Rise of the Beasts in 2023, and it was also used in Star Wars, Tales of the Jedi, two sci-fi and fiction books that kept his name alive. Kim Coates. Kim Coates, who played Tig Traeger, rose in a different way. He almost didn't take the part at all. He thought Tig was too crazy and crazy-making. After all these years, Coates is now one of the most sought-after faces on TV. He came back in Season 2 of The Walking Dead, Dead City in 2025, but this time as the bad guy instead of a survivor. He is Bruegel, a cruel gang boss who controls what's left of Manhattan. There is more than just killing, though. Coates said that the next part of the show will be a political allegory. As an executive director, he doesn't just act, he also shapes the character and the story. Fans were shocked again in 2023, this time on Netflix. In the dark Western American primeval, which took place during the Utah War of 1857, he played Brigham Young. The series, which was directed by Peter Berg, was very dramatic. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, according to Coates. He stayed in character for weeks, worked in terrible conditions, and still gave a show that blew people away. When he played Brigham Young, he showed both religious fire and secret pain. People thought Coates would only play films after that, but he went back to the stage. He did live theater for the first time since 1990 in 2024. The critics love it. It showed that he still had the spark that got everything going. Outside of work, Coates keeps things in check. The two of them are still together after getting married in 1984. They have two girls named Kyla and Brenna. Brenna is also an actor. She has been in films like Coroner and Cage Fighter. He often says that his family is the reason he is successful. He still has a strong connection to his Canadian roots. The University of Saskatchewan gave him an honorary Doctor of Letters in 2017. He also helps young artists, especially in Saskatchewan, by being a mentor. He gives workshops and says that Sons of Anarchy taught him a lot about how to play people who live in the gray areas. Theo Rossi. Theo Rossi didn't slow down after Sons of Anarchy finished in 2014. He had just played Juice, one of the show's most troubled characters. He didn't wait around for his Neurons X part. Instead, he made something himself. In the same year, he started a movie company called Dawes Dudes Pictures. After a year, in 2015, the company came out with its first movie, Bad Hurt. Theo not only made the movie, but he also played a part in it. His home island of Staten Island was used to film it. It was a painful story about a family dealing with trauma and broken structures. Some people didn't like it, and they said so. That movie wasn't a fluke. His company became known for making honest, emotional pictures about healing and hurt, a lot like the types of stories he loved writing on Sons of Anarchy. But playing was still the most important thing. He joined Marvel in 2016 with the role of Hernan Shades Alvarez in Luke Cage. There were many levels to the job, and it was risky. It showed how quickly Theo could become a figure with questionable morals. After that, bigger moves happened. In 2021, he worked on Army of the Dead with Zack Snyder. After a year, he was in the independent drama Emily the Criminal with Aubrey Plaza. That movie put him in the running for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Performance in 2022. He was a part of something even bigger by 2024. The Penguin, an HBO Max show based on the world of Batman. He played the creepy Dr. Julian Rush in the crime world of Gotham. The part was kept secret, which made the buzz even bigger. He also kept getting stronger behind the camera the whole time. He co-wrote and directed the crime thriller Play Dirty, which came out on Tubi in 2025. He was in it with Ron Perlman, who he worked with on Sons of Anarchy. Watched as a dishonest cop tried to stay alive while dealing with his own problems and a violent crime boss. Fans knew what it was: dark, weird, and hard to understand. Behind the scenes, Theo kept his normal life. People know that he cares deeply about his fans and always shows love for the part that made him famous. He's happy that people still call him Juice. He got married to Megan McDermott. As of 2014, they have two boys named Arlo Benjamin and Kane Alexander. The family lives in Austin, Texas, which is not in the middle of Hollywood. But even there, he stays busy with charity work, like helping vets and fighting for animal rights. She went in a different direction after Sons of Anarchy. Her part as Tara Knowles was strong, dramatic, and one that people will never forget. But as soon as the show finished in 2014, she started doing something completely different. Her role as Wendy Rhodes on the 2016 season of Billions, a show about power and corruption in the world of hedge funds, started. She wasn't just a psychiatrist. She was also a lawyer, a teacher, and a person who could fight billionaires. The job kept her respected until 2023. 3 satellite awards were given to her for her work. The performance was unique because it was so personal. Maggie had worked as a temp at a hedge fund after college many years ago. The real event she went through shaped how she played Wendy. Sharp, calm, and quietly fierce. She did more than just watch TV after she got rich. She went back to the theater in 2025. Taking the lead role in Creditors at New York's Minetta Lane Theater, she played Tekla, an artist who was stuck in a bad love triangle. The actors were praised for their great acting, and critics said that her character was as strong as Tara on Sons of Anarchy. She wasn't done yet. At about the same time, she began working on a limited series about the crash of Wall Street in 2008. She's not just starring in it, she's also making it what it is. It makes sense. In college, she studied economics, and now she uses what she learned to write better, deeper stories. Once she gets back to school, Maggie helps the next generation too. She teaches acting at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, and she tells her students that they should focus on feeling things instead of just skill. That's how she thought when she won a Barrymore Award for her work in Ghosts in 1998, and now in 2025 she's back on TV, this time in Law & Order. She plays Kate Norris, a character connected to one of the show's main agents. Fans of the show may remember her Fee.